Hello, boys and girls. Welcome to Storytime Fun. I dedicate this next story to my joyful grandchildren, Ethan, Violet, Summer, and Denver. Today's story is out of the Disney's Christmas Storybook. Tarzan, Christmas in the Jungle. Jane looked around the treehouse with a melancholy face. "Do you feel all right?" asked Tarzan. "You don't seem your cheerful self." Jane forced a smile. She was fine. Why shouldn't she be? She, Tarzan, and her father, Professor Porter, loved their life in the jungle, surrounded by their ape family and the other animals. They had added rooms to the treehouse until it was now almost like a mansion. And Tarzan was the bravest, strongest, kindest man a woman could ever want. Then why did she feel so blue? She glanced at the calendar. December 23rd. "No wonder," she said. "Without the change of seasons, I completely forgot. It's almost Christmas." "So it is," chuckled Porter, who had been napping in his rocker. "I'm going to miss it," sighed Jane. "Christmas?" said Tarzan. "If you need a Christmas, I'll be glad to get you one." He would go to the ends of the earth to make Jane happy. "Let me explain, Tarzan," said Jane. "Back home in England, where Daddy and I come from, Christmas is a holiday." "A holiday?" repeated Tarzan with a puzzled look on his face. "Yes," continued Jane. "It's a day of celebration, the most beautiful day of the year." She went on to describe snowfall and sleigh bells, pine trees and packages, tinsel, and tender roast goose. "I don't think I could bring you a snowfall," said Tarzan. Jane brightened. "But maybe we can do the rest. Well, sort of anyway." "I don't see why not," said Porter. "Christmas is more than snow and sleigh bells. It's a time to share with friends, and we have plenty of them." He looked out toward the jungle. The sun was setting beyond a glassy pond where elephants were bathing. Among the trees that lined the shore, they could see the dark shapes of their ape family. As evening shadows lengthened, the darkness was filled with sounds of jungle creatures. Chirps and screeches, growls and roars. Jane smiled and turned to Tarzan. "As Father said," she explained, "Christmas is a time of sharing. Our friends need a Christmas too." She told him her plan. The next day, assisted by their ape family, Jane and Tarzan went through the jungle, picking its fruits and nuts. Tarzan found a small tree in the forest, which, with Jane's help, he shaped into a Christmas tree. They decorated the tree with garlands of bright berries. When all was finished, Tarzan set a paper star on the top. "There is still something missing," said Jane. "Our tree doesn't have any lights." "There are a few candles left," said Porter. "That's a wonderful idea, Daddy," said Jane. "And I have another idea." On Christmas Eve, she and Tarzan captured hundreds of fireflies in small jars, leaving holes in the jar lids for the insects to breathe. They hung a jar on each tree limb. The tree sparkled with light. From the treehouse, they looked down on their outdoor tree where the animals were gathered, gazing in wonder. There were turtles and crocodiles, birds, elephants, and hippos, rhinos and zebras. There were graceful antelopes and awkward wild beasts, and of course, wildebeests too, and of course, the families of apes and baboons. Into their midst strode the mighty cats, the lions, the leopards, the cheetahs. A hush fell over the jungle as the animals moved back to allow the fierce, powerful beasts to approach the tree. "Look," cried Jane. "They're all together around the tree like—" "It can't be," said Tarzan. "Like one big, happy family," said Jane. The lions, leopards, and cheetahs sat on their haunches, staring at the tree, then curled up like pussycats beneath its branches. At that moment, a solitary, bright star appeared in the sky, shining directly above the paper star of the decorated jungle tree. "I do like Christmas," said Tarzan. It's like magic." Porter looked down at the peaceful animals in amazement. He lit his pipe and shook his head. "Why can't Christmas last all year round?" Well, that's it for today. See you next time.